it's Moose, and thank you so much for joining me back here. I'm in my closet today because it is super gloomy outside, and this is the best place for lighting. So here's my dresser. There you go. Today we're going to do a video that I don't do very often because it's kind of like a TBR type video. I don't make TBRs. I'm definitely a mood reader. I find that I go into reading slumps if I plan out my reading, but I do have some books that I'm just itching to read and some that I got from the library that I need to read. So today we're going to talk about some books that I want to get to soon. Again, this is not a TBR video. I'm not going to hold myself to reading these. If I don't read them, I don't read them. I would like to read them in this moment though. Let's say that. First up, I have, that lighting though. First up I have House of Sky and Breath. House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. This is book 2 in Crescent City. I read book 1 about a month and a half ago, I guess. And so this one finally became available through my library. It is a library book, library hold. So far I'm liking it. I'm in the first chapter. Guys, I started doing some freelance work and it has taken a lot of my free time. I haven't had a whole lot of free time to read for pleasure here recently. So I'm kind of bummed out about that, but I am in chapter 1. Started it like 2 weeks ago. Probably already need to renew my hold. So this one I really need to get to soon. That way my hold doesn't run out in the library and I have to send it back. I'll just go ahead and go through all of my library books that I have checked out because those I need to get to probably the quickest. Next up, I have How to Love Your Neighbor, kind of hate. I don't know. Hate is slashed out. How to Love Your Neighbor, I guess is how you would, I don't know. I guess. How to Love Your Neighbor. That's what the title page says. So we're going to go with that. How to Love Your Neighbor by Sophie Sullivan. I started this one. What page am I on? I'm on page 34, chapter 5. I got to chapter 5 before this one became available, and then I went and picked this one up and started reading this one instead. So far I'm liking this one. It is kind of an enemies to lovers type thing. This girl has a family who she never knew, but her grandparents, oh my goodness, if you hear my neighbor's dog, I'm sorry. Annoying. Anyways, her grandparents left her a house, and so she moves into this house, and she is neighbors to this guy who's kind of a richy rich type figure, and he wants to buy the house from her so he can basically bulldoze it and have a bigger yard. Like I say, I'm not really into the depths of it yet. I'm only on chapter 5, but that's kind of the gist I'm getting so far. So far I'm liking it. Next up I have Made in Manhattan by Lauren Lane. This is a recommendation to me from Erin over at Erin Reads, Erin Ripley Reads. Hold on, let me go check. Let me go check because I'm tired of not remembering what her channel name is. Erin Ripley. Erin Ripley is her channel name now. I will link it down below. I read To Serve with Love. She recommended that one to me as well. I liked it, so now I'm going to read this one. She said this one's really good, and it's actually pretty short, so it's less than 300 pages, which is short for me, so I need to get to this one soon. Then I have Talk Bookish to Me by Kate Bromley. This is another one that's kind of been on my radar. A lot of these rom-coms are not necessarily ones that I'm like dying to read, but more so ones that have kind of been on my radar. The library had them. I was like, okay, so I picked it up. Don't really know what this one's about. I just know it's kind of a romance, so we'll get to it. The next one I am actually excited for because I have read some of the other ones in this series. So far we have Isn't It Bromantic by Lisa K. Adams. This is part of the Bromance Book Club series. This is book 4 in that series, I do think. Does it say? Yeah, this is book 4 in the Bromance Book Club series. I've talked about the series here before on my channel. I'll be brief. Basically, it's about a group of guys who get together and have a book club and they read romance books together to kind of teach themselves how to romance their women. We've been watching a lot of Bluey in this house, so it always cracks us up when the parents say they're romancing each other, but that's basically what this is about. I like the first one the best so far. Have no idea what this one is. They've kind of all been dealing with the same group of characters, which I do enjoy when a series does that. So I don't know which character this one is about. I kind of try to keep myself from knowing about a book before I read it. I like going into a book knowing as little as possible. So I don't know which character this one is about, but I'm excited to get to it. This one I'm actually like, I put a hold on this one at the library because I want to read this one. So I didn't just go to the library and was like, oh, that one's available. I purposely put a hold for this one. Next up, I just have the dust jacket because I'm kind kind of reading this one. I started this one. I have Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J Maas. This is it, guys. After I read this one, I'm done with Throne of Glass. So I need to get to it soon. Like I say, I started reading it. I'm in like the first 50 pages or so. It's a little boring so far. I'm excited to get into the thick of it. But like I say, other things came available. My holds on at my library came available. I'm excited to get to Crescent City. And I have kind of a time restraint on those, whereas this one I own. So I don't have as much of a time restraint. I am excited to get to this one. I'm liking this series a lot so far. Considering I considered DFing this series when I read the first book, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. Plot-wise, I think I might enjoy it more than ACOTAR. ACOTAR's more so of like a feel-good type of read for me. Plot-wise, though, I really enjoy this one. So I'm excited to get to this one. I need to make it more of a priority. Next up, I have some books that I would like to get to soon because I kind of have an itching to read them. Realistically, though, I don't know how it's going to happen. I would love to buddy read them with Ange because she mentioned she would like to buddy read some of these. I have The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch. I always know it has Scott in the name, but I can never remember his last name is Scott Lynch. For some reason, I always want to say his last name is Scott. That's besides the point. Heard a lot of people talk a lot about this. Most people say they love it. Ange, if you want to buddy read, please let me know. Next up, another one. Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. Everyone raves about Sanderson. So I bought these. I usually don't. I've stopped buying books unless I have read them in the past and know that I like them and want them for my shelf. But everyone raves about Sanderson. I've been wanting to read more adult fantasies. So I bought these. I'm not a huge fan of mass market. That's besides the point. Ange, let me know. So there we go. Here are some books that I would like to get to soon, whether because they are library books that have a time limit that I need to read them, or because I just want to read them because I think I would enjoy them. Here we go. I'm being ambitious. Like I said, I started freelancing a little bit, which has taken a lot of my free time, and I'm also starting a new grad school next month, a new grad school program, which will also take a lot of time. But my son also starts school next month. A little sad about it. More so happy for him. We're putting him in a pre-K. So I should have a little bit extra time because he will be at school throughout the day. So hopefully I can get some of my schoolwork done, some of my freelance done, some reading done. I'm hopeful. Am I being too hopeful? Maybe. But I'm hopeful. So hopefully I can get to some of these soon, especially the library books. Ethan has some time off. Ethan is taking his summer vacation time. Next week. We start this week. By the time you watch this video, I will probably be on vacation. So I plan to read some while we're on vacation too. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to subscribe down below and leave a comment. Let me know down below what are some books that you are looking forward to reading. Have you read any of those? Do I need to prioritize one over the other? Let me know. You guys are awesome. I am so thankful for you. Thanks for sticking around, even when I'm inconsistent. I try to be not inconsistent, but it happens sometimes. Life gets busy. You're awesome. I'm thankful for you. And we'll meet back here next time, guys. See ya!